Welcome back to another edition of Raw is Retro. I am your
Yes,
host,
made it fat.
Lord Manny Hayes. I'm joined by standing in for Ross,
Marcus, the grand finale. Does that
and then
mean he's standing in for me?
we're joined by the other co-host of ETE.
Not two, but all three faces of Jamal. You already know what time it is. Ross
Nah,
Retro, first
nah,
episode.
nah. You were only one face of Jamal at this age in '99.
Hey, back in 1999, my one face was what?
um, so it is. So we're covering the Raw from March 1st, 1999, coming from the Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. We're gonna play the game. Does it still exist?
No,
Ooh.
the Cleveland Arena now is the Quicken Loans Arena.
No, but it's
Well,
still there though, right? Just under a different name. I'm going to say it still exists due to that knowledge.
yeah, it is the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Not even the Quicken Loans.
Man.
Vince is in the ring. He talks about end of last week's show with the teddy bear, the best episode in 2023.
Burning teddy bear, bro.
Like he doesn't go into any detail of what that teddy bear meant. States that it was a one moment he lost control. States that that kind of embarrassment will never happen to him again. He states the Undertaker will get a surprise later on tonight. I wonder what that is. But as for Kane, as he broke the promise he made to Vince McMahon last week, he is fired.
Yo. He fired Kane right off the jump. Like, Kane took that in stride.
You're fired. And then,
Yeah.
And
Kane was like,
White Coat-
motherfucker, and just walked away. Well done.
No,
surprisingly,
the white coats came out for him. The white coats came
Yeah,
out for him.
but Kane, but before the white coats came out, Kane was just taking his stride like, motherfucker, all right, I'm out. And just walked out. And then the white coats came and he was like, oh, what the hell?
the oddities is coming out trying to get him, the orderlies trying to put him in the fucking thing, and then here comes China. Wait. I can fix him. I can fix
I can control
I can control
him.
him.
I'll be responsible.
I'll put my 100%. If he don't win tonight, according to Vince McMahon, they both fired.
And
I don't know why China would sacrifice herself for this.
yeah, and then Vince said, "Okay, fine, but if he loses tonight, you're getting fired too." So,
Yeah.
that's a bad bet. Kane never wins. That's a bad bet.
Yeah, and if I'm those orderlies, I'm going, what the fuck, man? Let's got my ass kicked for no reason. Why'd you even call us?
They kick his ass. They kick their ass on top of that, like because Kane was beating him up by himself, but then China just came out of nowhere, just putting heels to boots and boots to asses and stuff.
I also would like to say, who are these traveling orderlies that are going from town to town, who are going to drive Kane back, who are very abusive and Kane no cares of mental health. I said this on a previous episode. These guys would not exist anymore. Mental health, huh? Well, I got my billy club to hit them.
Yeah, well, so if we learn anything from going back in time to watching Stranger Things, they weren't very helpful there as well with those special needs kids.
No.
They beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Tying them up and making them do experiments.
Now open this dimension for me. What?
Take me to the upside down.
Yeah.
But after this, it brings out Mankind, and what we're going to learn over the next 4 weeks of this month of March. I don't know what WWF had going on for them, but they had a hard-on for special guest referees.
It was Mankind in particular, because he was just like, yeah, I want to be the special ref for WrestleMania. Then it turned to, I want to be ref for this, and I want to be ref for that.
Yeah.
It comes out with the, oh my God.
I want to call Mick Foley up right now and be like, was your dream to be a referee? And you like, I believe the position is still open. Like you're coming out every single week. And this is even before these weeks. This is like 2 months of him trying to be referee for every match.
He offers to referee the main event between Kane and Steve Austin, but Vince will only let him do so if he can beat The Undertaker tonight. Then
Because
the
of
lights
his
go out.
record.
Lights go out, and the Undertaker stating, "He's coming for Vince."
Yeah, via voiceover. He decided not to show up on the stage. Send him this tape. Just give him this mixtape I have. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm not going to walk out.
And then, so this is the beginning of the night of title matches where people don't deserve title shots. So we start off with the Intercontinental title.
How dare you?
The Intercontinental Champion Val Venus versus Ken Shamrock and Goldust.
Ken Shamrock recently lost the Intercontinental Championship because of his sister, and freaking that's why Val Venus ended up being champion and whatever not. So like he's trying to get it back. Now why Goldust is there, I have no idea.
Goldust is now in some form of relationship with Ryan Shamrock because long story short, this match ends with Goldust kissing Ryan Shamrock. Then Ken Shamrock goes after him. Both guys are counted out in a triple threat match.
Well, hold on. In the sanctity of the rule, if both men are out the ring getting counted out and there's one in the ring, there's a winner in this match. There is a winner.
That's ridiculous. I didn't see or hear no count. Where was the count?
And Jamal right now reminded me of why Goldust was in this match. Remember, he was filling in for Billy Gunn, who apparently had asthma and pneumonia and bronchitis all at the same time. According to that doctor, your lungs are filled with fluid, you have asthma, you may get pneumonia, and I was like, damn, Billy Gunn gonna die tonight.
Yeah, but that didn't stop him. He ran out at the end of the match and jumped about Venus.
Yeah, and he was like, I hold you personally responsible if someone else wins the Intercontinental title, not me. And then the doctor was like, whatever. I'm not a real doctor. I'm not a real doctor.
Talking about holding someone personally responsible, JR is back after being out with a Bell palsy incident, which is facial paralysis.
Here comes Jim Ross. They're showing the back of his head in an interview talking to like Al Snow and Mick Foley, and they look like, oh shit, what, JR? But the camera won't show his face.
So he interviews Bart Gunn. He asks about the Brawl for All before complaining about Bart Gunn not looking straight at him. Then rants that he couldn't be on TV because of his face is all messed up, and rants on how Bart Gunn knocked out Steve Williams, causing great embarrassment to JR because they're boys. And then he slaps Gunn in the face and demands respect. and then Bart Gunn shoves JR, only for Steve Williams to come out and destroy him.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to say this. Like I watching this back. This is the best iteration of JR ever.
This is. I think this is. I don't like him anymore. I don't like him anymore.
Heel JR is the best JR, and I need more heel JR.
Hey, wait, you calling him a heel? I still think he is in the right here. The man just want to do his job, okay? I just want to come back and do my job.
Jamal, his AEW Dynamite run is all heel JR.
I guess no one's holding the tag rope. But Bart Gunn had this coming, Manny. He was over there talking about how he knocked out JR's boy. It's like, well, you shouldn't be gloating about that. JR, facial paralysis. Bart Gunn's like, how is this my fault? JR in a freak accident. JR should have knocked his ass out just like everybody else will for the future. Fuck Bart Gunn.
And then we get another undeserving tag title match where DX of Triple H and X-Pac go against Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. Did you know the criteria on this? There was an additional criteria on this match. If DX win the tag titles, Deborah has to disrobe.
Yep.
Yeah.
For no reason. She set herself up for this. No one asked for it.
Yeah. If you can beat my man, if you boys can beat my man, then I disrobe for all of you. Free of charge.
The match is thrown out for all the interference. There are 2 run-ins, one from Shane McMahon, one from Ivory. Deborah's also distracting the ref. The ref didn't know what to do. This is bullshit.
Too much.
How am I supposed to call this match?
And then D'Lo jumps the tag champs, and then Ivory strips Deborah, leading to Deborah challenging Ivory for a match later on tonight. Why do we need this?
I was scared. I was scared we were really going to get this match. I was like, no.
The fact that Deborah had the balls to even challenge Ivory in a match is just, it was insane to me. I was like, you're not a wrestler.
You doing, Deborah?
Ballet. But as the running theme for women's wrestling during this time, yeah, not a bunch of wrestlers. There's like three. There's like three wrestlers out of the whole roster, and everybody else is a valet.
It's expanding. Sable is the greatest wrestler of all time in this era.
Oh my God! Stop the madness.
Well, we
He's
now
the
move
greatest of
into
all
that
time.
bit. Well, we get a new pairing of Luna and Tori. They're apparently now friends. Luna says she's bringing Sable back down to earth. Sable comes out, and then Tori turns on Luna after being friends with her for all of 2 minutes. Is that the quickest turn ever?
So previous week, Sable, I believe, hit her with the belt and turned on Tori, who was stalking her. Justified. Stalkers deserve to be attacked. Oh. And then this week, they're like, we're tired of you, Sable. That's my Luna. Sable, we're tired of you doing it. And then, like, she never saw that coming. I was like, bah. And then my favorite is the high five that Tori goes for. And Sable completely ignores the whip.
No.
Like, nah. You did that for yourself. I don't give a fuck about you.
And then another undeserving title match, Marcus. But this man currently is on due course to be a Grand Slam champion. It's The Rock versus the Road Dogg, who has won everything in the last year.
He's just missing the big one.
Yeah, he has tag title, Intercontinental,
IC,
Hardcore.
He's missing the European title. I'm sure he probably get that at some point.
Hey, when this man said he was better than Bret Hart, he was better than Bret Hart. He did Bret Hart in 1 year.
He said he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be when it comes to jobbing, because I job. But then again, when you go one-on-one with the great one, and this is WrestleMania season, what the hell did you expect?
Hey, I thought Road Dogg had a tight chance. Mick Foley won it like a week ago.
Yeah, not like that.
Yeah, I know.
Mick Foley had DX and Stone Cold Steve Austin help him do that. I think everyone else is caught up in their own bullshit right now.
Well, if Billy Gunn didn't have bronchitis, Road Dogg would have been the champion tonight. It'll be a completely different episode of Raw's Retro where we're talking about, you remember that Road Dogg run with the WWF Championship right before WrestleMania?
He held it for 2 hours.
So that's the basis of what we now have. The Rock versus Road Dogg. That is the roadblock or fast lane for elimination before WrestleMania.
That was his Sami Zayn. For Roman on his way to WrestleMania against Cody. Like, oh, I have to go through the Road Dogg first.
Maybe this is why he thinks he's better than Bret Hart.
Yeah.
I was in the ring with legends like The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold.
Well, so this basically was a squash match because The Rock hits the rock bottom, the People's Elbow for the win. But post-match, Al Snow confronts the Road Dogg and they start fighting backstage, and Hardcore Holly just gets involved and they continue to fight outside for the remainder of the night, it seems.
Yeah, they chase each other throughout the building. They go outside the building and it's freezing cold, and I'm going like, fuck this. We're going back inside. I'm not fighting you out here. It looks like it was frozen out there.
My son, after getting beat up, he was just like, yeah, I lost the championship match to The Rock, but if you two pussies want to go
yes,
then meet me in the back. Then they come back, you see him in the back. Yeah, where you at? Where you at?
Where you at, Bob? Where you at, Bob? Man, that
That is confirmed to be marine behavior, and I apologize.
Marine behavior. Something happened with Public Enemy and the Brood. I just don't care. We're just gonna skip over.
No, it does happen, Manny. You need to respect this segment for what it was.
No, I refuse.
Public Enemy comes out to no reaction as always. They proceed to talk and go blah 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 blah. Hocus pocus, one of them disappears. The other one runs in about slow motion times -4 up the ramp. Oh no! That's what that was.
Right,
oh hell! Why did I need that 2 minutes of my TV time?
Look, man, Rocco Rock and whatever.
Don't you come over here on Roy's Retro and defend them. That is an ETE thing.
Hold on, you were not gonna. You don't even know the other one name. All you remember is Rocco Rock.
Exactly. Look, because he's the one that got blood on him. He's the one that got the brood bat.
Oh, Johnny Grudge is the other one.
Yeah. So he was the one. Rocco Rock was the one that got the freaking blood bath. And then, like, Johnny Grudge is like, "Oh no, what's going on?" You knew what was going on. You're in a brood match. You're gonna get blood on you, man.
Manny, if I'm correct, were they dressed up as the Brood in this one? Or is that
they were dressed up as the
Brood. Disrespected them. They came out with the. You know, I'm thinking. I was all excited. I'm like, "Yeah, we're about to get the flames and the fire and the Edge and the Christian and get Rocco Rock is freaking.
He just abducted. What did they do? Like swooping Batman? Carry his fat ass out? How did they get his fat ass out of there so fast?
We did have a Droz versus Steve Blackman match. Apparently, it was a kendo stick match, meaning you knock your opponent off your feet. But what was the point?
All you had to do was knock him on his feet, knock him on his ass, and that's all you had to do to win. No other rules than that.
Yeah, and I wonder why this match isn't around today.
Well, number one,
this was so terrible.
Well, number one, this is terrible because of what eventually does happen to Droz. But then, you know what I'm saying? Knock him off his feet and type stuff.
Ah, it does.
Yeah, but Droz is a murderer. He nearly tried to kill Hawk.
So
the Pusher Man.
We get Undertaker versus Mankind. Vince is on commentary. He won't answer any questions about what the bear means. Michael Cole was pushing hard, but his journalism wasn't good enough for the man that yells in his ears.
He's as legitimate as Arrow Hawani.
Your boy Kevin Kelly made an appearance back there too.
And then Vince on commentary just casually throws out that it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania between Undertaker and Boss Man. Casually, take it.
Yeah, and again, we know where this leads. If I'm Boss Man, I got problems with Vince McMahon right now. I got problems. Like, motherfucker, you put me in that match for no reason.
And then so we have a double count out apparently. So post match, Undertaker goes after Vince, but Bossman comes up with a nightstick shot to break up the chokeslam through the table, and then the Ministry run him off, so Mankind gets chokeslammed as collateral damage.
But that's not even a surprise. The Hell in a Cell's not even a surprise. It's not a surprise. Like, you'll see what the surprise was. You want to know what the surprise is, Undertaker? I call the police.
The police came. Not only that, but then he freaking he raises the Undertaker cross, burns them.
Oh yeah. Most dramatic arrest of all time. Fine. Oh. Well, the Boss Man, my favorite is the Boss Man's jump off the cross. I think we're jumping ahead, but the Boss Man jumping off the cross.
I think that's next week. Ivory versus Deborah. Owen Hart and Classic. Are ejected before the even match happened. Somewhere, I think Melina is saying this is not Alicia. This is not Cameron saying it. Somewhere Melina is saying, or Alicia Fox is saying, this match is her match. It's her best match ever.
I mean, look, the PMS introduction, you know, with Terry Runnels and Jacqueline coming out, whooping freaking Ivory's ass, and then Deborah her stupid ass. Like, I don't know.
It's a good plan. It was a good plan. It was a good plan. Deborah ain't no wrestler, but she knew that the Pretty Mean sisters would whoop that ass out for her, and they could just jump her. Ivory's made a lot of enemies in her like 3 weeks, 2 weeks or so being there.
3 weeks waving a purple scarf and getting in so much trouble.
Yeah,
Marcus,
she inspired the Judgment Day.
There's no universe. There's no universe where I'm calling Terry Reynolds a sister of mine.
And then we get to the main event.
A Pretty Mean sister.
Kane versus Steve Austin. This has a multitude of interference from Kane, from China to Big Show. Austin hits Kane with a chair twice in front of her. No DQ. Low blow from Austin by China. Still no DQ. Big Show boots Kane. And then Steve Austin just walks out. And then suddenly the match ended.
Yeah, his music hit. I'm assuming the ref just threw it out due to the obscene amount of interference. It was like, this isn't my job to throw this out. So I believe
China's jobs are safe.
Yeah, their jobs are safe, and somehow Mick Foley gets to referee something. I don't know.
It's funny because when Stone Cold first came, he was just like he was getting the news by Earl Hebner. It was either Earl or Dave. One of them Hebner boys gave Stone Cold the heads up. Hey, you got a match with Kane tonight. He's like, I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
I've learned that in the next few weeks in March, Stone Cold Steve Austin does not care who he's facing. He just turns up to the building late and then finds out that he's got a match. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I got my main event in Mania. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's ironclad. There's nothing anybody can do to it. I'm just gonna show up to work, but I'm not gonna actually do anything.
So, Jamal, I don't know if you watch the retro shows, but over here we do ask, what was your match or moment of the night?
Of that night, of the first night. So my moment of that night basically was, and you're gonna hate me for this, but it's basically, the Public Enemy getting brooded up. I had a big pop from that because it's been a long time since I actually watched a Raw like that. So yeah, that's gonna be my moment. The match. No, you don't have to pick a match. You can have moment. You can have moment. If that was the only thing that stood out to you of that show, you can have moment of the night. Because some of the matches, they don't even have finishes. All of them didn't have a finish. We had a count out in a triple threat match.
I don't think we had a finish to any of these things.
I don't know.
I don't think we had a finish to any of these things.
Hey, I would like to say the finish to the Val Venus triple threat match legit was a finish. It's just you didn't like the end result. You didn't like that was a count out. It was a finish. You can, and both the opponents are out the ring and they're fighting themselves, and I'm the champ, and I'm just chilling right here.
Wait, so imagine we're having triple threat, yeah?
Yeah.
I give you the Stone Cold Stunner, but Jamal clotheslined both of us outside, me and him. I'm near the ropes. He clotheslines me, and he does that one where we both go over the top rope, and then we're forced to the ground. That doesn't mean a count out starts for you.
It does. Yeah, but I'm in the ring. I'm still in the ring. I am still in the ring.
Your shoulders are down. Your shoulders are down. You should be counted at the same time. At that point
clearly, we don't know the rules of a triple threat match.
I mean, I don't know the rules. I don't think there are rules in 1999 because that rule book was thrown all the way to Nitro.
My moment of the night, I'm arguing with the moment because one, it's a ridiculous moment that I thought I never would see or ever thought existed, and that was the kendo stick match, which was like 2 seconds. Talking about take him off his feet, and I'm going, what are we doing? This is stupid. But I'm also going with Jim Ross slapping the shit out of Bart Gunn, and then Dr. Death showing up to beat up Bart Gunn as well, as we hype Bart Gunn for Butterbean. I don't understand how this helped Bart Gunn at all, but I was pro all of this.
So
you can't even look at me.
Mine, I don't think I'm ever going to award this to either of these two ever again. But mine is Luna and Tori forming an alliance, and then Tori ending that alliance within 2 minutes of said alliance.
Apparently, I forgot that Tori was Sable's biggest fan, so they were doing Mickey and Trish before Mickey and Trish.
Yeah, Mickey and Trish got it right, and then this one was like that went off the rails real quick. I don't know how did we end up here?
And then finally, the real question: MVP of the night.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. No,
His lack of
Give
care.
it to The Rock, but I gotta give it to Stone Cold because he survived the night. He had everything against him that night because they were trying to stack the deck against him. Vince McMahon trying to prevent him from getting the WWF title, but he survived. He didn't need to win or lose the match. He just needed to survive the night.
the man with no consequences.
Marcus, who is your MVP?
I'm going to do this because we haven't did this yet, but I'm going to do it for the record. I want this on the record, man. He saved this for the retro. I'm giving my MVP to Ryan Shamrock for having the highest body count in the history of the WWE in about 2 months.
So mine is the Road Dogg for multiple reasons. He could have been
The bill collector.
He could have been a Grand Slam champion. He's technically WWE at this point WWF's Ultimo Dragon because he was collecting belts. And then once he was done with once he was like, "Oh, I lost the WWF title, man. Fine, I'll go for the hardcore title."
He's fighting in the parking lot.
Almost getting hit by cars.
Yeah, that's live traffic. That's live traffic, King. Oh.
So that goes to the end of today's show. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, check us out. Me and Marcus on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Check Jamal and Marcus out on every Wednesday with ETE. And check out all the other stuff that we've got on the channel. I think I'm just missing out the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast, but that's it. So check them all out and the shorts. Jamal's shorts of
Matches of the week, man.
Matches of the week.
Matches of the week.
Every Monday, depending on whenever Jamal sends me that stuff. So that only leaves one other thing to do, and that's to say
Bye.